let's continue with the story. If you haven't seen the previous 2 episodes, I did them, I think, the last couple of nights, and they are on my page as VODs, so have a look at those, and then this one will also be there as VOD. But let's get into it. Not going to do a recap, because, like I say, they're in the VODs. Unless, state now or forever hold your peace if you desperately want a recap. No takers for a recap? Okay then. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. Yeah, we did. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the shore mine still stuck to your skin. I think we want to take a shower, don't we? I mean, the bathroom is gross, so we might come out more grubby than we went in, I guess. It's a possibility. But I still want to take a shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. Oh, that's good. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... Oh. Yeah. Duke was lying there, slumped against the tree with half his head blown off. That did happen. Oh god, I mean, I probably think about all those things. Probably be thinking about Duke and the image of him lying there, slumped against a tree with half his head blown off. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Let's see if we can do all these things. Got to check on the opossum first. Oh, he's got a friend. Hello. I think they're wild animals, so I don't think I'd better pet them. You wave down at the opossums. They look up at you. Hi then. You've had enough of the growing family of opossums that live in your dresser, at least for the time being. Growing family? Oh, I wonder if there'll be babies. I don't know how long opossums are pregnant for. Probably not like one night, eh? Let's look out the window. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. You breathe a sigh of relief. Nothing's out there watching you. At least nothing you can see. Well, that's not ominous at all. You turn back to the guest room. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? No, it hasn't. That's enough of the closet. You turn back to the guest room. Yeah, let's go to the group chat. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Yeah. Y'all, I actually bonded with Tabitha last night. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Let's do some texts. How are you holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Text Kanika. Exhausted Ben Affleck. Yeah, how are you holding up? Head downstairs. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Oh, ice cream. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. You have to imagine that the fresh face in the kitchen is Janie. Tabitha did mention that she comes in on Wednesdays to clean. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Yeah. Hi, you must be Janie. Tabitha mentioned you'd be coming in today. That's right. I'm just here to do a little bit of cleaning. What cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Yeah, but she could get rid of the dirt. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Suzaki. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha, what with everything that's... Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Yeah. Hey, Tabitha. How's it going? There was a massive mine collapse last night that almost got my cousin killed. So I'm a little stressed. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Yeah, I'll meet you outside. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'd probably just disappear into the wilderness, only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. If I'm lucky, you'll give me a call at some point between dousing the building in kerosene and lighting the match. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Suzaki, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing. Everyone getting out of that situation all right. Oh, there's a lot of things I can say. Yeah. Thanks. Last night was a lot. If you ever need to talk to anyone, my husband is the local pastor. He's a gentleman and always willing to lend an ear. He's actually been going a little stir-crazy ever since you moved here, what with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. I mean, it's always nice to have someone to talk to, isn't it? And I don't think you have to be religious to talk to a pastor. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Thank you for the offer. Of course, he's always ready and willing to talk with people, so feel free to stop by the church at any time. The door is always open. Yeah, let's ask that. You only come in once a week, right? What do you do with the rest of your time? Oh, odd jobs mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, that sort of thing. Enough dawdling. We're leaving. Oh. Okay. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. Yeah. After everything that's happened in the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting them get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Good Coke. Out of curiosity, would you call yourself happy? Tabitha pulls back, surprised by your question. The lessons we learn from loss are often more powerful than those we learn from victory. I'm unhappy because I took too long to learn life's treats. We're burning daylight. Come on already. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Suzaki, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Yeah. Can't I go with you? I like the tea room. I always like visitors in the tea room, but I'm afraid I'm too busy to entertain for long, so we won't be lingering. Might as well just wait out here, no need to cram in there like sardines. Are they up to something? They seem like they might be up to something. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Yeah, try and listen in. Maybe they are up to something. You walk up to the door of the tea room to listen in. Subtle. I know it took a little longer than you'd hoped, but this was fairly short notice. Sybil pauses, and a moment later you hear footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. She and Tabitha resume their discussion, their voices hushed. You can only make out bits and pieces of what they're saying. Is there... Yes, make sure this is all... not inside. Outside then. Don't assume you know. I know what I'm... Your listening session is halted as the tinkling of bells announce another patron. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Suzaki, aren't you? Everybody knows my name. My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, Bo. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Yeah. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you. The policeman said he might just be out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so's she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? Don't think we trust the police to handle it, do we? Yeah. Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days? Not really, no, but I've been awful busy with everything that's been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing though. Yeah, it's the ditchlings. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're monsters that show up when something bad is going to happen, and they're the things that have been stealing your chickens. I ain't never heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find my daddy. He died on the northeast edge of town, off the Asgina Trail. Thank you, Suzaki. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there, somewhere, all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. Meet at the library after I figure out plan. Meet at the library after and figure out plan. That makes more sense. Also, OMG, you got to tell me all about it, the Tabitha bonding. The last thing I need to hear is anything that humanizes that woman. And then it buzzes again. Hey, again, lol, if you want to come over for breakfast, I would not hate it. And then it buzzes yet again. Somebody was busy this morning. Sliding into the DMs, are we? If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in an abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Oh, so much we could do. Now, we did say we'd wait for Tabitha. Well, no. Tabitha told us we had to wait for her. On the other hand, I'm a grown adult. Do what I like, right? I want to go to the... Oh, I don't know. Don't know if I'm going to get to do more than one of these things, or just one of these things. Do you know what? I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to wait for Tabitha. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best just to stay put. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Bo continues to shop. Yeah. You doing okay, buddy? Miles glances up at you, eyes narrowed. Don't talk to me like we know each other. You're just Kanika's weird friend. I don't even remember your name. Yeah. Wait, I'm weird? What did I do? You're friends with Kanika. None of her friends are normal. Her bestie is that Stella chick. So yeah, you're weird. Miles returns to his phone. How are your dailies going? Miles doesn't dignify your question with an answer. Tabitha bursts out the tea room, tucking a patch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. I kind of expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. Yeah, I'm here for the funeral of my cousin's mum. So I really should try and get along with my cousin, right? Family is important. I'm not just going to ditch you. That's a nice sentiment. We'll see if you can actually put it into practice by not doing anything weird or dangerous for the rest of the week. I mean, no promises. I'll try not to, but I've been trying not to this whole time, and stuff happens. I've got a couple of hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Okie dokie. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know? Yeah. And here I thought company towns died out a century ago. It's just easier this way. Now, come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. What are we doing? You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Why don't you live here? This is so much nicer. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Nice. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. I've never had a cream soda. What is a cream soda? To me, in my head, it's like fizzy milk. And that doesn't sound good. But I've never had one, so I don't know. It's not really a thing here. This place clearly gets cleaned regularly, but doesn't feel like a real home. It feels like a set piece, like you've both wandered into a play, and if you were to look at the walls from another angle, you'd see them as the two-dimensional illusions they are. Hopefully we're going to be able to have a nice long chat. Talk about Tabitha. Yeah. Can we try some of that tea you picked up? Smells nice. Nope, it's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Do you ever get to travel? No. Before I took over, Perlan was too busy to take me anywhere. Then when she retired and I became head of the company, I wound up in the same boat. It's not like anyone can fill in for you when you run everything. I'd like to go to the Outer Banks one day, but I guess that'll have to wait until I retire. If I ever do. Wow. You've never left Scarlet Hollow? You act like it's weird. Travelling is difficult and stressful. I've seen vacation movies. Something always goes wrong. So even if I had a day off, why would I want to spend it driving somewhere when I could actually spend it relaxing? I don't need to see some windy rock, or even the beach. It just doesn't seem worth all the hassle. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not, but that doesn't really matter. I've had years of Perlan drilling that into my head. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, this entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear. That's so sad. Though I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about running off. Yeah. What would you want to do if you weren't here? Honestly, I'd like to be a bank teller, something like that. My entire life has been defined by my obligations. I'd like nothing more than to go somewhere, do a task, and go home. Not that it matters. I am here, and my life is defined by those obligations. Dreaming about some other life only makes the one I have more difficult. Yeah, that's true. So, talk about your family. Yeah. What was Perlan like? Okay. I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mum's twin sister. Oh, twin sister. Fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities. Night and day from what I've heard. Perlan was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? Did you two get along? No, that woman was a monster. Wow. How did she die? Sleep apnea? Okay. What was your dad like? Don't know. He just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if they divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. Yeah. I'm sorry, that must have been really hard for you. Yeah, I don't really think about it. If he didn't want anything to do with me, it's his loss. That's a good attitude to have, I think. What do you think of Silas and those other old-timers? It's complicated. They built the town. They built the mine. They're the whole reason you and I are here today. They weren't angels, I know that, but they're dead. They've been dead a long time. Yeah. What kind of things did Perlan tell you about me and my mum? All sorts of terrible things. She loved to talk about how destitute your mother was after leaving for London. You were always a poor student and troublemaker, constantly getting taken in by whatever terrible counterculture of the week was hip and trendy in the city. For what it's worth, I don't think any of it was true. Well, except for you being a troublemaker. What do you really think of me? You're better than asking me for validation, I'll say that much. You're a better person than you let on. I'm not a good person, Sasaki. Okay. There's a lot of things we could ask about. You had some harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said? I do. Some people shouldn't have kids. I'm supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him? Reese? Oh yeah, the dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kind of remember him. Quiet, smelled kind of weird. Stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something? I know his mum better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I've always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me. I'm not going to ask about Stella again, because she might get annoyed. I really don't want to annoy her. Kind of treading on eggshells here. Yeah. What's going on with Wayne? He's been following me. I think there's something wrong with him. Wayne? As in Sam Wayne? I don't know who you think is following you, but it can't be him. Perlan sent him packing. Sorry, it's a bit of a sore spot for me. I'd rather not talk about it. Okay, boundaries respected. Thanks. She doesn't like Kanika, I don't think. So no. Yeah, the police are really on my ass. I wouldn't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts. So you should do your best to stay on my good side. Oh, that's a nicer smile than we had before, isn't it? I'm getting to like Tabitha. Yeah. Let's return. Is the estate stifling to you? Is that why you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts, pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life. It's a lot for someone to carry, especially when they're on their own. You coming ghost hunting with us tonight? Is that actually happening? Stella will be there, but so will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point arguing with you. If you're going to get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Count me in. Yeah. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. I thought that was my actual phone then. Almost forgot. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. I don't know what that... Oh, the mayor's a dog, right? Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet you all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think the news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See you all soon. Somebody's popular. Yeah. I guess it's time to see the dog, Mayor. Oh, is it Mayor Jimmy Day? Oh, what a ridiculous event. At least you know the mayor is a dog. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor get-up. Oh, they put clothes on him! Oh, yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. Oh, that's an even nicer smile. Oh, I'm getting through to Tabitha. Yay! How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see a furious woman making a beeline for you and Tabitha, Becca slinking behind her. This must be her mother. Uh-oh, what's Becca said? Tabitha, someone's coming. What? Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? Is her name Karen? Becca stares at you from a distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be her mother. What the hell do you think you're doing down here grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mine collapse almost killed my poor sweet innocent child. And you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband. Okay. She shouldn't have done that bit. But the kid shouldn't have been in the mine. We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Oh, Mum, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mummy is advocating for you. I don't think it's my fight. You decide it's best to stay out of this. What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Mum, can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see. The woman storms off just as quickly as she stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it. She's right. I can't just hang out around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I've got to get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. Your cousin turns and heads back to the car, leaving you alone on Main Street. Oh, so she trusts me a little bit more now. That's nice. She could have insisted I went with her. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual. I was about to say, there's no one there, but I now see there are people on the stairs and the balcony. It's like, it's busier than usual. It's empty. And a small crowd has formed in a corner of the main foyer. Hey, Sasaki! Hey, Gretchen! I half expected you to have finally skipped town. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Sasaki to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known her. Oh, so, like, 2 days. It'll be worth it. Trust us. Alright, shall we? Yep. He's a dog. He is a dog. Look at Gretchen looking at it. Do you think Gretchen's got a crush on Mayor Jimmy? I don't know. What do we reckon? Oh, he's got a little hat on as well. Oh. He's sitting very nicely. Just a very good... Oh, and there's the portraits of all the other mayors that are also dogs. So random. Judging from the series of portraits lining the walls, historic buildings of Scarlet Hollow was right. Every mayor of Scarlet Hollow in living memory has also been a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. Is it an actual election? Like, do multiple dogs stand? What if a cat wanted to stand? And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. Yeah, why is he standing there? He should be out policing. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. You still haven't found Duke's body. What are you even doing here? Like I said, I'm off duty, and I don't make a habit of discussing official police business with out-of-towners, and especially not with suspicious out-of-towners. Okay. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches allowed. Isn't he just the cutest? Didn't you already figure that out? It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends. And Winnie's biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen. Calm down, old girl. You're going to pull a muscle. You know, I'm definitely going to need to take the Talk with Animals trait on another playthrough, I think, because I want to talk to the mayor. Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mare. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Kanika is quick to follow. I don't want to follow them. I want to give the mare ear scritches. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Sasaki? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Yeah. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Yeah. You mentioned Pearl being in a better place earlier. I doubt it's a better place. It sounds like she was awful. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I have heard stories of folks who've been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann? Or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? No, Oscar's place is haunted. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something? I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualist. Now, if it were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. That's fair enough. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. See, normally I'd say that, but I know we're in a horror game, so who knows? I don't know if there were ghosts in the mines last night. I saw visions. Yeah. There's been a lot of supernatural stuff happening the past few days. Really? Are you sure you weren't just seeing things? Trauma has a funny way of manifesting itself. I'm just going to remain silent. You have nothing more to say to this man. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just thought I'd extend the offer in case you needed someone to talk to you. The church's doors are open if you ever change your mind. Have a blessed day, Sasaki. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. You find them already talking to Oscar deeper in the oh, hello, Oscar. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I almost thought she said getting scared shirtless, but that might be because of what Oscar's got going on right now. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either, but I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until that spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Is she wearing a Ghostbusters uniform as well? I've just noticed that. She is, isn't she? That's funny. Y'all are going to be the death of me. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation? Is that what you'd call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be all set on preparations. The only thing you all need to bring is an open mind. We have the power of friendship on our side. Yeah. I'm not convinced it's ghosts, but A, we're in a horror game. And B, something is going on. So, whatever it is, we'll fix it. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's? Absolutely. Come on, Sasaki. Time to go bother our friend. I'm going to get back to it. See you all tonight. Time to go. Yeah. So, I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counselling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. I don't think he's bad. Everyone should be nicer to him. He seems like a good man. Okay, that's really sweet of you to say, but sometimes you've got to trust your gut. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. He's not normal. And I don't mean that in a stigmatising mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. Okay. Fair enough. Sometimes get vibes from people. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. Yeah, can you imagine, like, in the sort of town where everyone normally goes to church, and then you rock up as the new pastor and no one goes to your church? I must feel awful. He can look for friends somewhere else. Should probably tell them. Oh, before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. You invited her, even after last night? I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. I mean, I guess. Good call, Sasaki. I can't wait to hang out with her more. Kanika sighs. Alright, it happened. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Oh, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along. What about inviting Avery? Oh, yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, I can't say I'd mind having a calming presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool. I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. Time to go to Reese's. Alright, should we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. I don't know how time's passing in this game. I feel like... Oh, we only just got up, but... Once again, you find yourself in front of the Kelly residence. A cold hesitation grips you as the building's history looms over you from the hilltop. A refurbished Civil War hospital and tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live in during the best of times. You can only imagine the challenges of living there with a severe chronic illness. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, and the sun is already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey! Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Sasaki, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Sasaki updates. He doesn't look well, does he? He looks super skinny. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Oh! We weren't supposed to bring Gretchen! There was the no dogs rule. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's got into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy-chew dog jerkies stashed away. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Well, what about you, Sasaki? Are you coming in? Yeah, okay, sure. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. Did you bring the ginger ale? You were going to bring ginger ale, Stella. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? That can shush. It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to their studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Whoa. Are they... Some of them look a lot like ditchlings. You're a weird guy, aren't you? Your mum is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. If you need someone to pose for your paintings this week. Oh well. Is it rude to ask what are you sick with? Yeah. Your whole situation's got to be rough. Sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. Ah, you're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. Why am I getting vibes like his mum's poisoning him or something? I don't know. Something's not right, is it? He's not ill. Something weird's going on. So, I've done my morning. My best years are behind me, my future is unknowable, but one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese, I may be a goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. Yeah. What's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, although the answer isn't very illuminating. It's not one particular thing, but a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. Look at his nails. And hey, it ain't all bad. Some is just weird, like this. Ooh. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm, it stretches unnaturally. That's, saw something recently about that. My mind's gone blank as to what it's called. It's like makes your skin weirdly elastic, and it means that also your joints are like hypermobile or something, and it can cause a lot of, I think it causes like digestive issues and all sorts. Not a fun thing to have. Hyperelasticity. Kinda cool, right? Whoa! Does that not hurt? Nope, feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. Yeah. Your mum really looks out for you. That's one way to look at it, I guess. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she's a little harsh, she means well. It's like you said, she's just looking out for me. I'm not going to flirt with him. She's kind of hot. Though I guess I have to wonder if isolating you from your friends is really looking out for you. I don't think... Does she do that? She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I would call that isolating. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Oh, dude. Dude. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring her any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them. And she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know. My body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat. Yeah, she prefers to have... You're an adult, dude. Can't you manage it yourself? Make your own life decisions? If we're all the same age, we're like... early 20s, I think they said? Mid-20s? Early 20s. Dude. Okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it can really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. Something's not right. So, has Stella told you everything that's happened the past couple of days? Oh, she told me all about what you guys found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of those nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to... There's nothing to apologise for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. They've been what? Wait, really? Is that why you texted me they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. I mean, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What's it mean they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Yeah, I don't think they're not evil. Like, just because you're a portent of doom doesn't mean you cause the doom. Right? Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know, that guy who's been following Sasaki around being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. What do you think of my cousin? She's obviously distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on main streets, and if Stella or the doctor didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. Look, mate, if you can't, like, walk into town, can we not get you a wheelchair or something? could get you out and about. It's not good to be stuck inside all the time. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are in my eyes out there. Yeah, that's quite a movie collection you've got. Got any Rex? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shi-no-Chi, Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Dang, I would usually be down for that, but we've got to head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghostbust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. Yeah. I don't like horror movies anyway. That's fair, they're not for everyone, but I'd give this one a shot. It's not a gore fest like you might expect from the horror movie, it's all about the dread. That's the good stuff. That's worse, I think. You can always trust Reese's horror picks. He always finds these obscure movies that wind up knocking your socks off. I still have nightmares about whatever that French one was. That was so messed up. Oh yeah, the French are brutal. Don't worry, Sasaki, I promise you I won't traumatise you like that. That's a pleasure reserved for old friends. Yeah, your art. Yeah, let's be book smart. Real Goya Black Period vibes with a healthy dose of Beksinski. Thank you, I think. Yes, that's a good thing. Then thank you. I really appreciate it. To be honest, I don't know much about art history. It's not exactly a popular subject in a tiny K-12 rural schools, so my art education was lacking. I'm working in the dark as far as influence. And you're doing great, man. You know you could gain a real following if you ever post these online. Just saying. Nah, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during ghoul hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can see them all. Maybe they'll be worth millions, since I'll be dead. I'll be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. That's quite sad. So, you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is tiny, K-12, not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them throughout their whole school career, poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here, though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it though. Yeah. Want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh, wow. Do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That would be so amazing. But I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. So we get you a wheelchair, dude. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Oh, can we do like a live link? You'd be there with us, like, in spirit. For the spirits. Yeah. Not going to pose for paintings this week. That's a weird thing. Really weird thing to say. Dinner's got to be ready by now, right? Almost on cue. Reese's mum shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, duck. Just gonna go wash my hands. No use in saying anything here. It's probably just best to silently comply. I mean, it's not a weird request, is it? Wash your hands before dinner. That's like a normal thing. You make your way towards the sink, but it stops in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Is there anything that isn't open the door? How far down can I scroll? This is funny. Which open the door should I pick? Let's just go for random one. That one. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well? I'm looking for the bathroom? So you passed by the open door that's clearly a bathroom and went snooping around. Come on, get washed up. Everyone's waiting on you. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh, no you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Weird. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense. His shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. She's the town doctor. This dinner might be a good opportunity to question her about recent events. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know I... No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. The danger. Yes. Have you ever heard of factitious disorder? Of course I have. I went to medical school. What's factitious disorder? Silence falls over the dinner table. It's where someone pretends to be sick, or makes themselves sick on purpose, or does it to someone else? Oh. Great dinner rolls, Dr. Kelly. I didn't make them. I just put them in the oven. Silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glance towards her son before flitting back to a position of annoyance. You can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to be genuine fear. Yeah. Have the police contacted you about Duke's body yet? Last I heard, they still haven't found it. Body? I was under the impression he was just missing. No. Duke, he definitely died. I saw the footage. And I saw it for myself in person. So did Suzaki. He's not missing. How the hell did that happen? Stella said it was those things in the wood, the ditchlings. They made him misfire. Ditchlings? Oh, I see. This was for one of your videos, huh? Reese, you should know better than to lend any credence to Stella's little cryptozoology stories. I don't doubt that something happened to him, but I'm sure there were no little ghouls involved. I've seen them, Mum, outside my windows at night. They're real. You don't have to talk to me like I'm a kid. I might be sick, but I'm still capable of reason, okay? You sure they aren't just raccoons, or... Stop. Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow. The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Suzaki is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. It's got a good point. Like, what's the point of living a life if you're not living the life, you know? Does that make sense? Or is that just me? I don't know. I'd feel the same as him. I'd be like, I want to be doing stuff. I don't care if it makes me worse. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mum just to have friends. Oh. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Is it the pills that his mum gave him? I don't know. There's definitely something weird about his illness going on. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone, get out of my house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. We can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. Really, dude? So, just leave, please. I don't know. I won't say that I know something's up, but I don't know if antagonising her is the right way to go. He seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you right now he's very much not fine. Now leave. Okay, Doc. The three of you rush to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mum is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid, and for so long? No, there's no way. You all are barking up the wrong tree. Seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. I mean, I want to say all of those things. Let's do this explore thing first. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try and break into the clinic. Forced how? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night? I swear I've got cat hair in my eye. Ah. Before you had that seizure, it was like you were kind of hypnotised. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. Yeah. Guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That would be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Sasaki got. Yeah. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? I could have sworn I saw genuine fear in her eyes for a second there. You sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. If anyone's afraid of anyone in that house, Reese is afraid of his mum. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Is she though? Is she though? Ah, cat hair. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to the dynamic than him just being sick, but it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening streets. Are we not? I can hear them. Can you guys hear them? Please tell me in chat if the noise isn't loud enough for you to hear them whispering. Oh! Is there one as well, like, between the legs of the statue? Is that one? I mean, you can't really see the statue. I'm in the way. Yes, the statue. I'll go back in my place now. Lit by the orange hues of the settling sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Your thoughts jump to the ghost books you've read over the years. So often, the ghosts in stories are metaphors for something else. Are real ghost metaphors too? Before you enter, a pair of figures in the nearby bush catch your eye. Yep. You can't help but feel that with every passing day the ditchlings grow bolder. Oh, hello, hello! Nice to see you, Alexa. We're going to enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and forbidding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended some time ago, and the throngs of the visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar! Are you back yet? And we're back with Gretchen again. Oi, Gretchen. Shh! You can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours, Stella. Rules only... Not it's after hours, Stella. Because it's Stella talking. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 PM. Now it's our domain. How's Scarlet Hollow treating me? So far, I am loving it. I wasn't even planning on streaming tonight. Because I am still recovering from the flu and this is a lot of reading. And I've streamed like the past 2 nights in a row. But I just really wanted to play the game. So that's why I'm streaming. And I'm already planning what I'm going to be doing in my second playthrough. Which I definitely want to do Speak with Animals, because I'm sure Gretchen's got a lot to say. And also I want to talk to the mayor, who is a dog that I quite liked. So, yeah. So far, loving it. Have you played it, Alexa? Hey, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay. He still hasn't put any clothes on. Which I don't think is a bad thing. Yeah, it went okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for a longer hangout, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay, just means we have more time to hunt ghosts. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV lights, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case this ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. Wow. Someone's been playing Phasmophobia. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. You've got all the achievements. I can see how that would happen. I think I'm probably going to end up going down that route as well. I probably won't stream every single playthrough I do. But yeah, I can definitely see how this game's addictive. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. What was that? I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Oh, it's Avery. Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. Glad there'll be someone else with a level head in there tonight. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone, you all really covered all your bases. Maybe I spoke too soon. You know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, you all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday, and that mine only collapsing again after 100 years while you all were in there? It is all a bit coincidental, isn't it? Is it me causing all this stuff? I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. There were ditchlings. I've got a bad feeling about this. There were ditchlings in the bushes outside. Who knows how many more are lurking around here? Are those the monsters you saw in the woods? Just once I'd actually like to see some of this stuff myself. I mean, they're just outside, dude. Trust me, you don't. If Sybil's right, we're only going to see more of them as time goes on. We can't let them get in the way of things. A rational, non-supernatural explanation like aliens. I don't know if that's especially rational. Yeah. Last night was weird. I don't know what we saw. Same here. It was so dark and cramped in there, I can't be sure if anything I heard or saw wasn't just part of a long drawn-out panic attack. Good thing I got audio of the knocking. Real proof that we had a paranormal encounter. Or proof that the rocks were shifting around us preceding a cave-in. One of those things is just slightly more likely than the other. But that's what's so great about this stuff. It's fun to be terrified, you know? Did we invite him? And he's got a t-shirt. Is that a picture of himself with his name on? Oh, Zane. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way I was going to forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up to us when she gets here. No, we need to... Oh. Well, if you're all itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. Zane is the average stoner. Yeah. Seems that way. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You didn't think you'd be doing this without me, did you? Rosalina? I thought you were at Alexis's place. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. She's really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? So, are we just taking all the kids? You don't have to leave me out of stuff like this anymore, Dad. I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting. Rosalina, you're 13. I can handle seeing a ghost or whatever it is that's keeping us out of our house. I really don't think you want to see what's in there, Rosalina. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel safe in our house again if you knew what was there. I'm not getting involved. You decide it's best to let Oscar handle this. Rosa, it could be dangerous in there. Just hang out in the library and we'll have this taken care of in a few hours. Come on, Dad. If you're letting Zane tag along, Alexis and I have every right to be there too. She's got a good point, Mr. G. Why are we letting Zane tag along? I don't... Yeah, we can totally handle this. Okay, I'm sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets to be too much and you want to leave, okay? Thanks, Dad. Now, let's get our house back. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on the wooden furniture. I thought, why can't I text Tabby and see where she is? Aside from the painting on the floor, this living room feels too normal, too human to be haunted. You can imagine long winter nights reading by the fireplace without a care in the world. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have all night. Ooh, achievements. Nice. Tabby! Great. She's here. Wow, Sasaki, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know. We all know. Sasaki, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? Look, we bonded earlier, okay? We had nice chats in the house, drinking cream soda. I thought we were making friends. Yeah. What? I like her. We're friends. Really? Yeah. So what? Like it's weird to be friends with your cousin? Wow, Sasaki, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's the word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. Glad I didn't stay in the same town with all the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama. Yeah, it must be quite weird to, like, never leave the town that you've been in all your life. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? I mean, you've got no clothes on, dude. Sure does. I definitely feel that. Same. I've got chills. Where's Gretchen going? The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Taking a picture of the air being cold. Is that it? This isn't very scary. I feel a presence. There's loads of options. Right, well let's do the explore first. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Stain? Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it, I'm mad at it. Yeah, you go, Rosa. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. Yeah, we're wasting our time here. Oscar said the ghost is in Rosalina's room. Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here, right? What, are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Stella, I've been meaning to ask, do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly are we going to get rid of it if we find one? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt and some jars for ectoplasm. Tabby arrives fashionably in different times. She does indeed. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. That sounds like fun to me. Might as well try it, right? What's the worst that could happen? We make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence. Sounds like a win-win. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. The ghost has really freaked you out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Okay, is that the stain? Because that's quite a stain. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic, a dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Yeesh, that's got to be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird. I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count and it just keeps coming back. Couldn't it be like a leaking pipe under the floor, making the carpet rusty? It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. Well, now we're cleaning. I've never heard of a bleach activated ghost before. Nice. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. I mean, clearly Tabitha doesn't know. She's never cleaned in her life, judging by the state of her house. Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If you all are offering a free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Yeah, it's probably just a rusty pipe leaking through the floor. That was my first thought too. Have you all tried tearing at the carpet? Got any theories on the characters or mysteries? Okay, I don't know if you were here when I was talking earlier about something's up with Reese's mum. I reckon she's causing Reese to be ill or something. Other than that, no. I haven't got any theories. I'm just enjoying the story. I probably should have some theories. I just think it's a sad little town, really. I think they need to close the mine. I think Tabitha needs to get on with her life. I think Reese needs to leave his house a bit more. Yeah, it's a weird little town. I'm excited to find out what happens, though. I'm quite annoyed that only the first 4 episodes are out, because I guess we don't get any answers. In a house owned by the government? No way. I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of it every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? I hate to agree with Tabitha on anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. Tearing up the carpet doesn't seem like such a bad idea. I mean, you can pull up a carpet and then put it back again. I'm sure they'd rather you discover some structural damage now. Structural damage now before it gets much worse, right? Plus, there might be something written under there in blood. One way to be sure. See, this is when I think talk with animals would be useful, because Gretchen is having a good old sniff. I'm sure she could tell us what's going on. Reese is interesting. Yeah, Reese is interesting. It's definitely something. I don't buy that Reese is just ill. Like, there's something going on there. But I don't know what. But yeah, if I'd chosen to talk with animals, I'm sure Gretchen could tell us all what's going on. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favour, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. Stella pulls back from the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. There's a broken seal around the edges. Whoever carpeted over this hatch didn't want anyone going down there. What if there's a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. Yeah, human beings are scarier than ghosts. There's a broken seal around its edges. Someone doesn't want us down there. Yeah, but how long ago was it sealed up? Whoever did this has got to be long gone, right? There's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, alright. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. A basement chock full of ghosts sounds to me like they're just all standing there, like squidged in, like sardines, all squished up. Loads of ghosts. Still, no readings though. None of this equipment has made a sound. Of course not. You all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the... don't know how to say that. Cork? Around the edge. And it leaked through to the carpet. And it's red because North Carolina has red ass dirt. It's simple as that. Could well be. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. What? Well, you tested it wrong. Oh, both of them together? They're in sync. Ha ha. Can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor. And that's why it's so cold in here too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. I mean, we're going down the hatch, right? Tell me we're going down the hatch. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. Exactly. I'm with Stella. This is my room and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Oh, Gretchen's little face. What? You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mould and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Oh, that's not ominous at all, is it, Alexa? I wish you luck here, friend. Okay, I think there's something to do with that we're both Scarlets. And that's why. Yeah. Is fainting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? You make a fair point. Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must be misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly whatever was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. What the... Okay, yeah, something's definitely not right. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. This... Oh, yeah, there's... Right, let me... Oh, did not mean to do that. That was the wrong button. Just in case there's anything hiding behind the text. Oh, there's weird stuff all over the place. I'm not going to say this is so cool. Damn Tabitha, what was in that cream soda? I'm not going to say did we die, because I feel like if we died, we wouldn't be together. Yeah. Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? I mean, that would be a question to ask the doctor, I guess. Do you see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of those bad omens that Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. Yeah. Damn, Tabitha. What was in that cream soda? Excuse me? It was just normal cream soda, and you had it hours ago. This has nothing to do with me. There's got to be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? Oh, hello! Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Oh, Gretchen, you're not looking well. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? Is this what ghost hunts are usually like? I mean, it might be. I've never been on one. I don't know. Stella knows more about that than me. Stella's not really herself right now, though, is she? Right, Stella? I mean, I would only think it's Stella because she's holding Gretchen. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie? You've got to be kidding me. I don't know what to say. You remain silent. Quit trying to scare us. This ghost something is over. I'm taking my cousin home now. I wish I could stay the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. I didn't want to show up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what father might do. Yeah, I'm not scared of father. Okay, what is this? Some kind of scene? Wow, great job. You got me. You can stop now. A flash of pain in Stella's eyes tells you she's keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She's in agony. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left behind besides father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up. This is delicious lore, yeah? Gonna keep playing along. I'm more important than your responsibilities. Let's just try and find the exit or something. I've had enough. You should get out of town while you still can. I mean, I have tried a couple of times. Turned out I couldn't. Oh, Alexa, thanks for the follow. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. Let her go, please. She's gone, but more importantly, Gretchen's gone. Along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. Tabitha, really? Yeah, we just took a wrong turning, and we ended up in the freaky garden that's in the library. And yeah, that's clearly all that's happened. Yeah. We should hold hands for safety, not because either of us is scared. Actually, that might be a good idea, but only because I don't want us getting separated. Oh, thanks for saying my stream's really good. I haven't been doing this long. I've got no idea what I'm doing really. Just playing games and talking about it. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. She takes your hand. It trembles slightly in yours. Let's go back, alright? The two of you turn back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's try the door. But there can't be anything behind it. It's just standing there. You ignore her, walking forward and reaching for the doorknob. Okay, I don't know if this is better. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. This doesn't feel like a happy place. I mean, that garden didn't feel like a happy place, but this feels worse. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. You're only just thinking this is messed up, Tabitha. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Oh, hello. You don't look well either. Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Oh, hello, Alexis. You don't look well either. Maybe we should run him out on a rail too. Make an example of the whole family. Okay, I'll pack real good. Am I going to have to deal with you doing this all night? Not on purpose, Tabitha. Come on, get with the program. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. Yeah. We're seeing the scattered memories of what's left of a life, aren't we? Of what's left of Charlie's life. If she weren't possessed, Stella would love this so much. I mean, yeah, she would. Are we filming this? Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy. Or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Wonder if we should be paying attention to the symbolism in these rooms. There was a goat's head back in the garden and there's a lamb here. Maybe that's signifying age? And the pickaxe is probably emphasising this place's connection to the mines. You can have fun doing that yourself. Oh. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. I think there's more to this ghost than just the mine collapse. We're still missing a lot of the story here. What more could there possibly be? We get it, ghost. You have trauma. But I've got some news for you all. for you. We all have trauma, and most of us don't use it as an excuse to trap people in some sort of psychedelic funhouse. She has got a point. We're both in the Dead Mums Club, and we're both in the Deadbeat Dad Club, and we haven't trapped anyone in the psychedelic funhouse yet. It's okay, Charlie. You can make some new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're going to have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died, and we're in hell. Yeah. Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least, happened right after the Shore mine collapsed in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. Who did you call on the phone earlier? Friend of the family. Not that it matters though. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Yeah, it is a good analogy, Tabby. Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, ditchlings is pointing at the obvious, right? There's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. Oh, do you get it now, Tabitha? When I said I saw a man die, and you just went, well, I'm going to bed now. You're right. There's only one way to get to the end of this. Shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. Still holding hands, right? You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. You're outside, and it's night. A false moon looming massive in the painted sky. Oh, and there's a ditchling. Hello. The night feels thick and warm. The insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Oh, there's multiple ditchlings. The more I look, the more I see. Ugh, what magic words did we have to say to you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. Oh, hello! You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Dang, how do you know I have thoughts for Edwardine? Yeah. Okay, these scenes are out of order. This one must be after the garden and after the collapse. That's exactly what I was thinking. This has to be after he met back up with Edwardine. Wait, what am I doing? I refuse to get invested in figuring out this weird little puzzle. Look, Tabby, I'm gonna need your help. Because I don't know anything about the family. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family. And what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Yeah, it definitely looks like there's more to this haunting other than the collapse. I don't think I want to know so much about some fling my great-grandmother had. This is definitely too much information. And it really has nothing to do with me. Unless we're descendants of it. Of the fling. I'm sure by now you've realised the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were happy ever again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? Oh, there's so many things I could say. want to say both of those two. What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. Besides that, I don't actually know much about the man. Okay, so. Let me try and get my brain in gear after a long week at work. Enoch was in charge of the mine. Charles was the not part of the family who caused the mine collapse. So, and both their kids fell in love, but couldn't be together because of Enoch. So, what if they actually did get together and had a kid, but no one knew it was Charlie's kid? I don't know. Has there been some kind of theme with the possessions, like who's playing what role? Stella was Edwardine. Rosalina seemed to be the guy's mum. Alexis was some angry townsperson, and Kanika was some nosy old lady. If there's a pattern here, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, maybe it'll be clearer once we've seen the full ensemble. Yeah, maybe. Powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here, then you can both go free. Wait. So the bonds holding her here are Enoch. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. Does sound like a quest. Okay, I can identify some of the plants in this room. There's Jimson weed, monk's hood, and what's either Queen Anne's lace or poison hemlock. Some pretty toxic stuff. So the bonds keeping us in the town is Enoch. Won't let Eddie? I've forgotten her name already. Leave. So does he get poisoned? And if I'm not mistaken, heavily associated with witches, could explain the moon as well. Okay, so there are evil plants. How helpful. And the moon could mean anything. Probably just means that it's nighttime. I mean, it could just mean that it's nighttime. That's where you'll find them. You'll need her there, then read what I've written down, and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die, whichever. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. Lovely. Oh, hello, Wayne. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resonance clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem... Oh. You squashed the ditchling. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Ew. Don't think it deserved that, dude. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Thanks for the offer, Alexa, but I am happy just to play through the story and find out it's gay. Although, if you've got all the achievements, my brain really isn't working tonight. If you've got all the achievements, then I might ask you if anything's confusing to me when I finish. But for now, I'm just enjoying wondering. Coming up with theories. I'm going to talk to Wayne. He hasn't done anything. I think he's kind of like the ditchlings in that he might be talking about bad things, but he hasn't done anything bad. Nope. Oh, hey, it's Tabitha's ex. Yeah. Hey, Wayne, you want to figure this out with us? Don't talk to it. Let Sasaki speak. I am no enemy. Don't listen to it either. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Sasaki. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? Dude, I've been trying so hard to stay out of trouble. But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella? Is that her name? Yes, exactly. Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon if she makes it out of here alive. I don't know if that is a good idea. Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella. Tell me now, did you kill Sam Wayne? Absolutely not. I'm telling you the truth. Please stop asking, and if you see that thing again, just ignore it, or better yet, run away. Now, come on. If it got in here, there must be a way out. Oh, through the moon. Oh. That sounds like a cow. The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. Hello! A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you and you find yourself looming... Alright. You find yourself looming at... Right. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its centre, looking pitifully small. Sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. Yeah. Bottles and rails. There's liquor everywhere, and after the collapse, Senior was run out of the town on a rail, hence all of the rails. The goat portrait back there is what the wounded lamb from the room with Rosalina grew up to be. Same as the goat head in the lambs don't grow into goats. Kids grow into goats. But yeah. Can you just shush for a minute? I'm trying to think here. As in Charles Jr. Charlie. Yeah, that seems to sum it up. Jeez, I kind of feel bad for the guy. Ugh, that's exactly what he wants us to feel, isn't it? Oscar looks so small and pathetic in that bed. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damned snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Yeah. Dad, it's okay. Spiteful to the end, wasn't he? You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They might have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass this name on with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you have to do, but please. Okay. So it wasn't him. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. So, wait. This is after the scene with Rosalina and before the scene with Stella. That sounds about right. Then the scene with Kanika. I wonder how many more of these there are going to be. Damn it, boy. I may not have till the morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back. And at the very least, show that Enoch bastard what for. So it was actually Enoch that caused the collapse. I promise. Oh, he dead. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. At least it's quiet now. Tabitha? I was thinking we'd turn around and go the other way. You want to go down the bloody bed hole? This ghost is so full of it. Well, bye then. Guess I haven't got a cousin anymore. Follow her. Apparently. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and of you. The bars of a prison loom over both all of it and you. Oh, all of the castle. And us too. Okay, gotcha. Climbing up the trellis again? How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. Are the bars metaphorical, or are they real? You keep asking me things like I know any better than you do. We've both been seeing the same rooms. You're the one who grew up here. I just thought you might recognise stuff. It's not like this is exactly what the real world looks like, is it? How am I supposed to recognise anything when it's all messed up like this? For all we know, none of this even happened. And even if any of this did happen, who's to say this is even close to an accurate interpretation? We're watching the memories of a dead man. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Oh, so the bars are real. Fair dues. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies, like you, Charles Shaw. Tabitha, does our family have a history of locking folks up in this some sort of rich people dungeon? Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing? I don't think there's any point in me playing along because I don't think they're listening to what I say. The castle, the gate, the knight, the unicorn are the estate. Charles Jr. and Edwardine, I'm guessing. But that's definitely not her behind those bars. This dude is starting to look a bit like an angry chimpanzee. Have we angered any chimpanzees, Tabitha? Because I think there's one coming for us. No, definitely not. A mere generation makes no difference. Her blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little trysts bore fruit. Ha-ha! And oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? Tabitha's eyes go wide. Now wait, I'm going to be a daddy. But if this is the estate, is there room with bars on the window? Shh! Let it talk. I think this might be important. Oh, now you're interested, Tabitha. You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside, you'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. Huh. The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourselves pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. This is definitely supposed to be the estate, but I can't tell how much of this is real and how much is metaphor. Stop talking, we might miss something. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. Dude, I've been trying. Why? Why should I leave? This guy has nobody to blame but himself. You hear that, ghost? You were given every warning. You could have just left. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die. But if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? Yeah. There's the beach again. A lot of people around these parts seem obsessed with the place. Ah, you've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Oh, hi, Stella. Oh, and hi, Gretchen. Stella? This is like being stuck in some sort of soap opera. I mean, it is, yeah. I promise we'll figure out how to free you soon, Stella. There can't be much more to these memories. I hope we do. How does it know that? Oh. Bye, Stella. Oh, there's a ditchling. I hadn't noticed that. This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. Can we talk now? What do you know about this place? I mean, this is almost certainly the estate, and whatever we just saw probably happened in the Forbidden Wings, just based off the location of the windows. That half of the house has been off limits for over a decade. I don't know what we just saw, okay? And I know what it sounded like here, but Charlie isn't related to us. I know that much, I think. Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place. Hopefully. You and Tabitha walk after Stella and into the darkness. You and your cousin find yourself crouched under a large table. Stella stares at you. Stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. Oh, so there's like... Oh yeah, there's legs. And a lamb. People are having like dinner and we're under the table. Ugh, I don't know how, but this feels so much worse than the last dream. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. We've got to be near the end, right? That music is the same song that started playing when Stella first showed up. Yeah, I think you're right. What a creepy scene to end things on. I can't believe that ghost is making Stella humiliate herself like this by doing a baby voice. It's embarrassing. Should I be doing a baby voice? I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. You can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Yes. Yes! Yes! Oh, so that's why everyone's been moving so weirdly while they've been possessed, right? He's got a thing, with a capital T, with puppets. He sure does. A travelling show? You want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach. I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Again with the beach. Look, we live in the state with some of the most gorgeous beaches and we're stuck up in the hills. I know the mountains are pretty, but of course folks who live up here would want to get away to some place that's the complete opposite, right? Thank you, Charlie. I always wanted to see the ocean. Bye. You can see the tiniest shimmer of tears in Tabitha's eyes. She blinks and they're gone. There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get another word. I don't like how they all looked like they were hanging. Oh, they're bowing! A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the centre of the stage. You feel drawn to it. I mean, that's the trapdoor from Rosalina's bedroom, right? The trapdoor. Are we back in Rosalina's room? We must be. Which one of us is going to open it? I'm scared. Me too. Okay, I'll do it. You carefully step towards the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. Hello. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. Wait, she's got something behind her back. We can be happy to get... Yeah, she's got a baseball bat. Eddie? Oh, shit. Alright. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. I want to ask all these things. How do you know we're not related to Charlie? Easily. Edwardine had more than one child, and our grandmother, Mary Bell, was the eldest. Shit. Okay, maybe I don't have a neatly constructed logical argument for why he can't be our great-grandfather. But someone would have told me. Ah, why aren't these broken memories time-stamped? Ugh, what now? Well, clearly it's a trial. And Angry Chimpanzee is the judge. Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? She hit that head like she was trying to get a home run. I mean, yet she really went for it, didn't she? Was almost the same effect as Duke with a shotgun, but with a baseball bat. So that's actually quite impressive. I don't think women were allowed to play baseball back then, were they? Because I feel like she would have been alright at it. I'm sorry you died. Don't answer it. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please. I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No. It's absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit. You're on trial here, aren't you? Advocate for yourself. Yeah. If you're putting us on trial, you need to give us a chance to present our case. Yeah, we have rights, you know. I take it you have a plan then? Your plea is met with silence, but silence isn't judgment. Keep talking. Fully focus on the collapse and death. Have you forgotten about Eddie's pregnancy? We're not just Scarlets, we might be Shaws. You're losing sight of things. Do you want revenge or justice? Nobody's keeping you here but you. You're told to leave repeatedly. Yeah. You don't need anything from us to move on. Whether you realise it or not, nobody is keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. More silence. Keep going. I don't want to anger them. You're losing sight of things. Do you want revenge or do you want justice? We can help actually right the wrongs of your past, but only if you let us go. A fresh tension bubbles up in the air. You're almost out of this. Why should the sins of our forefathers be passed on to us? Were sure sins passed on to you? In life, did you want to punish Edwardine or Enoch? Or did you want to move on and build a brighter future together? The jury box is pulled away as you and Tabitha are brought face to face with the spirit. Yeah, it's got caved-in heads. Hi, Charlie. Though the form barely resembles anything human, you can still read so much in its eyes. The agony of the decades it spent trapped down here. The desperate tears of a tortured being that for the first time in its existence can see its freedom hovering just over the horizon. It's time for your closing argument. It's the way your father destroyed your family. You don't need to take anything from us. All these years someone has finally heard you. Yeah. After all these years, someone has finally heard you. We're going to find out the truth of what happened to you, and Eddie, and your child, Charlie. You can finally rest, because your burdens are now ours. Silence. I can almost hear words in the whispering. Sounds almost like people talking backwards. Oh, is that Charlie? And then everything fades to black. Ah, achievement. The achievement picture is Phoenix Wright. You and Tabitha come to in a basement. A mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains standing on the stairwell, as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. Ah, the spirit is gone and the two of you are back. The animation always gives me a satisfied shiver with the distortion. Yeah. It's gorgeous artwork, isn't it? Gorgeous animation. The spirit is gone and the two of you are back, and both of you are whole. I have to admit, this is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Sasaki. Yay! Did it. I hope you don't mind, but I took advantage of the distraction to free everyone else. They're all outside. No, I don't mind. Take all the time you need to collect yourselves. I'll see you out there. Sybil heads up the stairs, leaving you and Tabitha alone in the basement. Huh, so that actually worked. I've got to stop picking fights with you. Yes, you have. Before you go, you decide to investigate the shallow ground in the middle of the room. Tabitha follows close behind you and watches as you dig. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. He does look so small. There's another stone carving down there, just like the one we saw at the mines last night. This must have been where the map took him. Your cousin stands in contemplative silence. We shouldn't leave him here, right? Maybe we can come back tomorrow and give him a proper burial. Thanks, Tabitha. That means a lot. Yeah, whatever. Let's just get out of here, okay? You're outside. Yeah, I can see that. It's real this time. Cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. Finally, we're out of the funhouse. I'm going to go wait by the car. The last thing I want to do after all that is talk to people. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. I'm going to peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my immortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. How are we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurts. Everything is so sore. My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm going to be hurting for a few days at least. Suzaki, is it really gone? My master debate skill. No. It was a bit of a Hail Mary, but yeah, it's gone, and I didn't have to sacrifice anything. You're too modest. It's a considerable feat to reason with a spirit like that. Ah, well, that's my book smarts, you see. Can't believe you actually got us out of there. And you got our house back. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make it up to you. Oh, will you now? To think that ghosts are actually real, Stella's got to be over the moon right now. Actually, wait. Where is Stella? There, look. Standing there, like, right in the middle of the picture. Next to Gretchen. Oh, she's just standing there, by herself. That isn't like her. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost, and she's just standing off by herself. Ah, but it's like... It's the first time she's actually, like, seen a ghost or stuff. Which is fair. That'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who'd just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. I'm going to go talk to her. I'm going to go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. Oh, hey Suzaki. I'm here if you need me. Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. She hurries off down the road. Should we go after her? She didn't seem okay. Stella, I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens. I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. Yeah. There's another carving in there. They keep giving me visions. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? And if you and Stella are right and there's another one in the clinic... I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town and they've been giving you visions. This is news to me too. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorising about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow, Suzaki. I'd love to discuss these visions over tea. I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I have let this happen? I want to ask... I hope I can ask all these things. Yeah. You actually tried pretty hard to warn us about things, Oscar. None of us took you seriously enough. Well, I should have done a better job warning you. I should have known how bad it could have gotten in there. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just going to sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know, you've both had a difficult time of this, but the storm has passed and everything's worked out. Things will start getting better from here. Yes. I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? Yeah, he also crushed a ditchling, well, with his not bare feet, with his big clodhopper boots. It was pretty scary. That's just another reason we should keep our distance. Stella's smart. Hopefully she'll be okay. There was someone else in there? But that's my house. Rosalina and I live in there. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Sasaki for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. Sybil, what do you know about him? Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. The words just came out. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. I was just cold. What was it like, being puppeted? They all glance away. It hurt. Why didn't I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them. Dad, this might be the overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? I had no idea what I was going to say until the words were already spilling out. It was like I had no control over myself. I remember each and everything I said. It's like it was burned into my memory. You poor souls. I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. Were you all conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other. Though none of them gave any of their years away, you can see how exhausted they are, how unsettled. Yeah. It was awful. Kind of fun too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything. At least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will. Thank you, all of you, again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Sasaki. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I will hold you to that, Sybil. I'll see you then, Sasaki. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. You can't help but overhear snippets of their conversation as they leave. My whole body hurts, Ma. What was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit, dear. I've never been a fan of the word ghost. You'll be alright. Let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? Something going on with Sybil's tea. I think ibuprofen would be better, but I gotta admit it, the tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. Guess it's just the two of us now. Yeah. So you have no idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever. But I remember everything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. A prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. We've already covered what they remember, I think. I'm not going to ask whether they regret coming along tonight. Just a show called Sybil's Magic Tea. Yes. Yes. I would picture that a bit like... I don't know if you know the TV show Mr. Ben, where he'd like dress up as different people. Didn't mean for the emoji. Emojis are fine. Yeah, like Mr. Ben, where he'd go and dress up as people and then like become that person for a bit. I guess it'd be like that. Sybil would give you a tea and you'd drink it and something crazy would happen depending on what the tea was. That'd be a good show. Yeah. I guess you finally got some shared trauma with everyone else now. Avery chuckles, then grabs at their ribs, wincing. Yeah, I guess I do, huh? I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling. Knowing we all went through it together makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning when the soreness really starts to set in. Which reminds me, I'd better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. Back we go. The ride back is quiet but not tense. Tabitha looks lost in thought as her glazed eyes stare at the winding mountain road. Yeah. Thanks for coming along tonight. That place would have been a lot worse without you. Don't mention it. We're family. Do you trust me now? I don't like having to answer questions like that. They're the sort of things Pearl Ann would turn into a weapon. There was always an ulterior motive with that woman. But yeah, sure. I trust you. So I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty terrifying to think about. That's healthy. Make sure you hold on to that fear and stop investigating weird stuff around town. Look, I'm not trying to. Just... stuff happens. Clearly, every time you do it, it ends really, really poorly. Stay scared. Stay safe. Still, you did a good job tonight. Thanks. I don't think I could have done what you did. Is the book smart? If I was stuck in there without you, I would have just left that ghost behind as soon as I had the chance. I'm glad it didn't come to that. Ride in silence. You slide back into silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. I still can't believe we made it out in one piece. Oh, she called Sybil. I did not put that together. I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Your cousin's size. What do you want to know? I mean, like, everything. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. Oh, so you are... Oh, you're admitting it now. Okay. All the more reason not to talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. So Wayne's a he now? Back in the ghost realm, he was an it. Does it really matter? I was scared in there. And right now, I'm so exhausted, I can barely think straight. Who cares if Wayne is a he or an it anyway? Either way, he's bad news and you'd best steer clear. Yeah. You really don't want me talking to him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No. He's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. She doesn't know about if Stella is okay emotionally. How did you know to call Sybil? Who else should I have called? The cops? I believe you've seen their competence on full display. I have indeed. A dude shot his own face off in the woods, and the cops could not care less. Besides, I'm sure you've heard that old woman talk. If anyone in this town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it'd be her, right? Yeah. Not that we needed the help, apparently, but how was I supposed to know you were able to just talk a ghost into submission? Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. And then the bus comes. Yeah. You know, I don't have to leave the holler. I could get used to this place. That's good to hear. It would be nice not being the only Scarlet left. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest, but disaster still looms over the town of Scarlet Hollow. Still, tonight was a good night, and you fall asleep with a gentle, well-earned smile on your face.